Hello everyone, this is Future 8020 here, bringing you some fun, funky news. So unfortunately for me, for some idiotic reason, my editor decided to obliterate the audio for this video. Don't ask me how it did it, don't ask me why it did it, but here I am doing a voiceover about 3 weeks in the future from when this video was recorded. Starting off, there's not much going on. I'm just walking around. I was supposed to be talking about, oh, we're going to Paradox Green, we're gonna have a great time. But no, unfortunately, all of that's gone. And then I went to Paradox Green, and then I left Paradox Green because I forgot to read the book. And now, what I've done is I edited out all of the unnecessary stuff, all of the jokes and all the bits, just so I can get through this quickly. Because now I have to talk for 15 minutes straight about what's so great about Funkeys Paradox Green. So you can see here I'm walking over to the portal. That is the only entrance to Paradox Green. There's no other way to get there. There's a little snippet of something. Unfortunately, the audio for that got removed as well. I've got a little bit at the ending showing the cutscenes that were cut out and the music for Paradox Green. But I didn't get robbed by a henchman for a second time because now I can't do it again. I got the special item, so I can't get robbed again. Which reminds me, I'm gonna have to replay that cutscene in the next video, which is just wonderful. Here I am doing the ROM. I cannot read this in the editor, but you guys probably can. I do remember it's something about Bill, a fake version of Bill Gates, talking about how his upgrade was supposed to be a brand new Vista, which is a reference to Windows Vista, which is terrible. It's also saying that the ROM speak in a weird-ass language that I can comprehend. Except for, like, the ROM themselves. And now the ROM leak data all the time. They don't know, like, they remember everything about everyone they meet for one time, but, like, probably forget all of their important cooking recipes and burn down their house in the process of trying to remember who did what last week. Not that it matters, this is meaningless in the long run. I just have to stall for 15 minutes, which is just so fucking wonderful. I can't wait to talk like this for 15 minutes. Yeah, this goes on for quite a bit. Well, I guess I might as well talk about what's upcoming in the channel. Up next is Tad's game. I decided not to do mulch right after because when I was recording this video, I was in, like, agony going over and over again. I expected this to be done in about 4 resets because of how the game handles the game maker engine. Ace is a game-making funky. He can make games, and the engine, the mod engine, I don't think it handles it well. Because when it loads up Mockingbird, which is what is used to make all of these levels, it overlays the music on top of itself in the editor. So when you finish editing, it'll overlay the music on top of the other music, and then shit'll go wild. And then you also have to deal with, whenever you make a game and then you exit the editor, you can't make another game right after. You have to close the game and restart everything. So I had to restart the game 20 times, and I had to record every single instance, which doesn't exist now. I don't have to now. I'm talking from the future. But every single instance had to be recorded because there was no knowing when it would trigger, because sometimes it triggers at 20, which is when it's supposed to trigger. Sometimes it triggers at 5. I don't know. Don't ask me why it does this. It's stupid. The modders need to fix this, or at least try to figure this out. Or, like, maybe adjust the settings so that in the mod engine, it'll say, you get it in 5, don't worry about making, like, 80 resets, or having problems with the game, or crashing over and over again. No, don't deal with that, no, that's no problem. Anyway, here I am in Paradox Green, and I think over here I was going over and over about how there are only the very rare and the very rare Funkeys, and there are no commons or rare versions of these characters because they weren't released, because, you know, Radica got thrown into a fucking jail cell and kicked in the shins until they submitted all of their valuables. And here's me talking about how there is a funky mulch that talks about questions about recycling from 2010, and I always get it wrong. I never get the first answer right, and I believe I got this one wrong too. Yep, good try, yeah. No, I never get that. I never get that right. And then, I willingly force myself into the hands of a Henchman 2.0, and this is a really fun minigame. You can really net a bunch of coins if you're fast enough, but what I did here was I just slammed myself into every wall, because in order to get the cutscene, I believe you have to be robbed. I'm pretty sure you do not get the cutscene if you don't lose coins. I lost 10 coins there, that was just me, like, literally throwing my mouse across the room, too. What I did was, I just started sliding the mouse around. So here's the Henchman 2.0 cutscene, which I also managed to replay in the crib later in the video when I did a re-record of everything. The only one I'm missing is the final cutscene that I got for this episode, and I will make sure to include that with episode 46. Because, wait, no, hold on. Oh my goodness. Am I gonna have, this may be a problem. Let me think for a second. So 45. 48. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure there isn't an odd number of videos in my, because I hate odd numbers. But yeah, here's them being like, oh, the Henchmen 2.0 are tearing up the roots, oh shit, oh no, oh diddly diddly do, oh help us. And then you up and fuck off into the next dimension. I believe there's a part here, one of Mulch's lines, I always scream it. But I clicked on a Mulch and I think I just said, Spork! Brilliant! Yeah, there it is. And there's me selling, like, just shrimp it. The Rastro are pretty much Apple of the Funkeys world. Like, this is when they got close to being... Like, this is just a decade ago, funny to think about. Like, this game shut down in 2010. 2 years ago, it was like 10 years old. Well, older than 10 years old. I don't really know how old Funkeys is. I've kind of lost track at this point. But, But yeah, basically, I just made a bunch of jokes at this point. I was walking towards the thing. I was pointing out that there's sometimes a snipe can actually appear in the Paradox Green area, and he has a pretty fun quest, but I don't know how to trigger him. Then I get on the pad, and I start Operation Fight Plan. I always thought it was Operation Flight Plan, and I almost said Flight Pan there. I swear I'm not dyslexic. There's Mockingbird. So, what I did here to show it off was I made a giant map. Well, I don't really recall. Okay. Let me just see what I did here. So what I did was, I opened up some stuff, slammed it all down, and I was like, ooh, let me put this here, ooh, let me put this here, ooh, this is interesting, ooh, I like this, ooh, yes. And I was even reading a bit of it, because some of this stuff I've never done before. And then I believe I changed it to destroy all enemies and get the flag. Yes. So I set it to the last. Or I set it to the third thing, I guess. I don't know. And I recall correctly, at this point I just started slamming things down. And I remember, I think I said that I didn't actually have Ace when this game was online. My brother had Ace, and that's how I was able to play this game. So I have played Ace's game before, and that I do not have Tad or Ace. There's the sad face. I do not have Tad or Ace, but I do have Mulch and Rastro now, which is nice. And I'm thinking of getting my hands on a Tad and giving it to my brother. We could be like, we have you have one half and I have the other, and we can be like uniting. We can become the whole of Paradox Green, because the whole point of Paradox Green is to like unite. And I think that's really an interesting concept, but at the same time, it's just me being stupid. There's me getting trapped under the sadness. And that's the last enemy. I got like sidetracked twice in that. I did not know that there were more enemies at that point. This is probably like ASMR levels of terrible voiceovers. I've just never done anything like this before. If I made a script, I would have probably done a little bit, but there it is, The Sadness. I named it The Sadness. And there's the first of many. The first of millions and millions and millions and billions and trillions and trillions. And here's me talking about how the audio is fucked. And you can't hear the audio because the audio got distorted. My guess is probably because the audio was fucked and the game didn't, my fucking editor didn't know how to handle it. So instead of going like, oh, okay, let me just try and equalize this, they just go, nope, fuck it, it's all gone now. And I also showcased now I can't exit the game correctly. You saw like how there was like no option and I had to hover over it to summon the options. That's another bug. That I don't know why that happens. And here's me going on and on about how, oh, I gotta exit the game and restart it. Oh boy, yippity-dippity-doo-dah. Unfortunately for you guys, you don't have to watch me do all of this over and over and over again. All you have to do now is watch me talk for like 10 more minutes, which probably sucked ass for you guys. And there is a jump cut into the outside. I believe this is when I get the trophy. I cannot be certain. Let's see here. Operation Flame. Fight Pan. Nope, okay, so I'm opening up Mockingbird. And let's just see what happens. There's more speed up. So there was actually a bit here. There was a bit where the audio more and more cursed because I kept overlaying scenes on top of each other, and I wanted because I thought it was pretty funny. But I guess no. I guess the editor couldn't handle it. And there's me overlapping a tad on top of Ace by portal jamming and then changing with the Funky Selector mod. Loading Paradox screen, then we're on Mockingbird again. This one should be 20. No, this one is... it's 15. So there's the trophy. Boom. I had to do that 15 times to get the trophy, and I have to do it 5 more. And I think for like a body of me complaining about how I did it 4 times. And then it's agony, and every single second of my life has been wasted. But not gonna lie, we're actually pretty close to being done with UB Funkeys. After Tad's game, there are just 2 more. I have to do another game creator, so maybe I'll get to do my joke in that episode. But oh god, it's when I finish. What am I gonna do? What's the end? What am I gonna do for the ending? I have no idea. My best guess right now is I might make Rastros, like, pretty much completely unedited. Which might not work. There's no guaranteeing it would work, because Rastros' game is pretty simple. And at the same time, I have to edit it a little bit, because all of these videos, I've zoomed in. For some reason, the game, like, you've probably seen it in a few episodes, it's just the corner of the screen. It's cramped up at the corner, and that's why, like, the audio, the visuals look so pixely sometimes. It's the editor, I rendered it in the wrong format, and just kind of crumpled everything into the... This should be number 20, I believe? Yeah, okay, loading up Mockingbird. Here's me saying, oh, it's number 20, I'm not going to do anything for it, though. Wait, that's 38? Oh, no, that's okay. The prototype jetpack. And here's a cutscene that I'll have to show in the next video. But, dude, you're good. You're good at making games. The Ace have rewarded you with this, this amazing jetpack because they think you're amazing and shit, man. Dude, man, wow. God, I'm so tired. I've been editing for 2 hours now. When I found out that this video had no audio, I had to come rushing back and be like, where the fuck's the audio? Where the fuck are the backlights? Where is everything? But anyway, there's that. And here's me complaining about how everything's overlapped again. I'm gonna go to the shop, I'm gonna buy a steel blast lamp, which is pretty much just a disarmed nuke hanging above my bed that has a light attached to it, which I find hilarious. Yep, I got the steel blast lamp, which is, again, just hilarious. Who doesn't need a nuclear defense at all times? And anyway, then I would exit, I exited that, and then I think I just cut to outro. So, there it is, there is the...
Greetings, young Funky. Welcome to Paradox Green. It is truly an honor to meet an illustrious adventurer such as yourself. Me? Why, I'm Doc, and I'm the caretaker of the Gnomon Tree. You could say that I've dedicated my entire life to the care of a tree, but then the Gnomon tree is no ordinary tree. It is truly one of a kind. The Gnomon tree has an aura about it. It has the power to provide both inspiration and perspective, creating the unique environment that is Paradox Green. The Gnomon tree is the reason for Paradox Green. The tree is where ideas converge in a spectacular celebration of coexistence. Paradox Green has been built from the roots up around this tree and the limitless potential that it represents. Different points of view, different states of being, and in fact, the different seasons themselves all coexist here as equals. And all thanks to the Gnomon tree. Of course, I'm not the only resident of Paradox Green. There are other Funkeys here as well. Here, on the shores of Croaking Cove, you will find the Tad. They have intertwined their lives with the great Mother Terrapenia, living a natural life of organic foods and funkeopathic medicines. The Tad live in peace amongst the falling leaves of autumn. To the cold, cold north, deep in the bowels of the great winter factories, the Ace can be found tirelessly marching to the drums of industry. The bringers of the Industrial Reformation, the Ace are hard-working and relentless toward their goals of progress at any cost. They have truly raised the bar when it comes to being gearheads. As the winter chills give way to spring blossoms, you will find the mulch. Masters of conservation and recycling, the mulch can power your entire crib with a single scoop of boggle butter. Quite amazing, but I do admit, if I have to listen to one more reduce, reuse, recycle lecture, I may have to biodegrade myself. Finally, follow the summer breeze and it will lead you to the rastro. With a focus on science and their third eye on the future, the rastro can do some truly amazing things with technology. While their work is primarily dedicated to the goals of space exploration, the technologies that they have created have given birth to wondrous advances here in Terrapenia as well. Alas, while Paradox Green was once a place of great harmony, all is not well. Just before the events of the Great Disaster, Paradox Green had a catastrophe of its own. A violent event in which the earth itself cracked and deep fissures split this land into four. What was once united is no more. Were it not for the roots of this great tree holding things together, I fear this land would simply drift apart. As caretaker, I have dedicated my life to making sure the Gnomon tree has many more years of growing its age rings. So, that being said, I am sorry, but it is the Gnomon's watering time, and I do have some work to do. Please, take a look around. I think you will find Paradox Green to be quite the adventure. Just don't stand too close to the edge of the cracks. It is a long fall. Watch out! I see you have met Master Lox's newest lackeys, the Henchman 2.0. Sorry to see that happen to such a nice Funky like yourself. I suggest you steer clear of them. The Henchman 2.0s are bigger, their taxing powers greater, and their attitudes are just plain worse. If that were not all, the Henchmen 2.0 aren't just taking coins from anyone they can put their spotlight on. They have also started conducting organized attacks on the roots of the Gnomon tree. Those brainless bulb heads don't care that Paradox Green could be destroyed forever. This must be a plot by Master Lox. As the caretaker of the Gnomon tree, I implore you for help. Please, find a way to stop the Henchman 2.0 before the chasms grow so wide that the different Funkeys can no longer see each other, let alone their differing points of view.